Hello, gorgeous people in the world. It's day 4 of the fun and easy weight loss challenge. I hope that you are all loving it and that you are finding it easy because, where weight loss is a daunting subject. I want you to do just one small thing at a time. And that's what this challenge is about. It's not about losing all this weight in 5 days, but it's about inspiring you and giving you tools so that you can live a life that's healthy, vibrant, and free. I hope that you all want that for yourselves and for the people around you, of course. Today's lesson is all about how to calm stress so that we don't eat emotionally. We're not emotional eaters. I know that this is a world full of stressors and everything is stressful. Just sitting up, standing down, all of those things have a little bit of stress, but then when we have too much stress coming at us, we need to find tools to calm us down so that we don't go to foods that will make us feel better. What is your go to food? I'll tell you mine. Mine are salty, crunchy potato chips. Yep, I love the avocado chips, kettle ones specifically the best. And it's that salt and it's that crunch, and it just makes me feel good when I'm stressed out. And chocolate's my second. Now, I don't always go to the chips, okay? I don't always go to the chips, but it is something I go to. I know a friend of mine, she goes into her walk-in pantry, and she hides and she eats out of the bag and stuffs her face when she's stressed out. Now, instead of getting stressed out, I'm going to give you some techniques to help with that. Okay. And the number one thing I want you to know is I want you to change your state. Change your state. So if you're sitting down all upset, or if you're like, upset because somebody talked to you or somebody's, just breathe. This is the number one thing I want you to do. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Preferably you're standing as you're breathing because it expands your lungs. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale. I feel like a conductor. And then exhale. Do that 10 times. And then if you still want to go for the chips, maybe, but let's try some other techniques to help you not go for that junk food. Okay, let's find these techniques. I'm going to give you several of them. If you're sitting down, stand up and dance. Get a little jiggy with it and dance around and wiggle around. And as you're dancing, you're breathing. Woohoo, no, do a little bit of the twist. Actually, twisting really works. Okay, do some stretching and breathing. Do some stretch. Oh, that feels really good. Do some stretching, and that changes your state. So say, chips, hold on, I'll eat you in a little bit. Maybe I need to stretch first and I need to breathe first. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to stretch. I want you to breathe and do something different. Do something different than what you're already doing. Here's one that goes along with the emotional freedom technique that I'm going to teach you in a little bit. But you go to your collarbone and right below it and just tap. You don't have to tap too hard, just tap. And you can hear it in my voice changing. It will energize you. You know how the gorilla does this? You don't want to hurt yourself. Just tap gently, and that just helps the parasympathetic nervous system. And it really just changes your state. It changes where you are, brings energy to your core. It's wonderful. I love doing this. Okay. Another one that I absolutely love to change your state. I got to think clockwise is that way. All right, we got to go counterclockwise. We're going to clap in a circle, but it's got to be counterclockwise because I got to use my brain in a different way. Oh, another one I just thought about is a cross crawl, crossing right side to left side to right side. You can even bring the knee up. And anytime you do that, it connects the right brain and the left brain, and it resets your whole central nervous system. So it's called I almost did the same side. Oh my gosh. It's called a cross crawl. Anytime you do a cross crawl, you can even just do like so, crossing over your body. It helps connect to the brain and resets your central nervous system. Again, it's changing your state, changing your state from, oh my gosh, I'm stressed out, I need to eat those chips, to, oh, okay, breathe. All right, feel good. I can do something else. Maybe I need to just call a friend. Maybe I just need to go outside and sniff a flower. Or maybe I need to pick up my cat and piss him off and scratch them. Yeah, I pissed him off a little bit there. Or pick up a dog or pet a dog or do something different other than going for the food. Next, I want to teach you a technique that I have used for many, many, many years. It's called the emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. And there's all sorts of ways that you can do this, all sorts of words that you can use, and you will get this document in this evening's email. Okay. As long as you signed up for the challenge, you'll receive it. Okay. And what I want you to do is think about, or even put that food in front of you, that go-to junk food. And I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how charged up you are about wanting to eat it. Okay. Or perhaps it's not a food, it's a stressful situation. How charged up are you about it? But this particular sequence I'm going to give you is specifically about food. Okay. So you're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Like right now, if you put chips in front of me, I'll be like, I don't want chips right now. I'm fine. But if I was stressed out and say I was a 6, I really need to eat those chips, rate yourself. Maybe it's a 10. Write the number down. Then we're going to do a setup statement. And then we're going to tap through a series of negative statements. You're like, negative? Well, think about it. If you put positive statements on top of negative, on top of trash, like flowers on top of trash, you're going to still smell the trash, right? You put flowers on top of a wet dog, you're going to smell wet dog. So we need to take out the trash. So we're going to go through all of the negatives, and then we're going to put the flowers out. Then we're going to instill the positives in us, okay? That's kind of the way it works. So let's start with the setup statement. The setup statement, you're going to tap in between your pinky bone and your wrist bone with the other hand. I don't care which hand you use. It doesn't really matter. And repeat after me. Even though in the past emotions have driven my eating, I know this time can be different. One more time. Even though in the past emotions have driven my eating, I know this time can be different. You're repeating after me. Last one, let's do it together. You should know it by now. Even though in the past emotions have driven my eating, I know this time can be different. So that's your setup. So now we're going to go through everything is 3 rounds. We're going to go through 3 rounds of negatives, and then we'll take a pause, and then we'll do 3 rounds of positives. So you take 2 fingers, you're going to tap right above your eye, and you're going to repeat after me. I'm an out of control emotional eater. Side of the eye. I let my emotions drive my eating. Under the eye. I let my emotions run my eating. Under the nose. I let my emotions rule my eating. You don't have to tap too hard. Chin. I let my emotions control my eating. Find your collarbone right below it, right there. I let my emotions drive my eating. Under the arm, right where the bra strap is. I let my emotions rule my eating. Top of the head, crown. My eating is totally out of control. Shout it out. It's all good. Let's do it again. I'm an out of control emotional eater. I let my emotions drive my eating. I let my emotions run my eating. I let my emotions rule my eating. My eating is totally out of control. I let my emotions drive my eating. I let my feelings drive my eating. My eating is totally out of control. All right, let's do this one together. I'm an out of control emotional eater. I let my emotions drive my eating. I let my emotions rule my eating. I let my emotions run my eating. I let my emotions control my eating. I let my emotions drive my eating. I let my feelings rule my eating. My eating is totally out of control. Take a break. You still feel charged up, but you're starting to feel better. We're going to put the good stuff in. You ready? Repeat after me. Top of the I. I know this time can be different. I know I can control my eating. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. If that's too much for you, you can just say, I'm okay. I know this time can be different. I know that I can control my eating. I no longer need to let emotions tell me when it's time to eat. I know this time can be different. Second round. I know this time can be different. Let's just do this one together. I know I can control my eating. I deeply love and accept myself. I know this time can be different. I know that I can control my eating. I no longer need to let emotions control my eating. I no longer need to let emotions tell me when it's time to eat. I know this time can be different. The third round, you can say the same things, or you can say the one thing that really resonates with you, or something else that comes up. I know this time can be different. I know this time can be different. I completely love and accept myself. I completely love myself. I know this time can be different. I know this time is going to be different. I know this time is going to be different. I completely love and accept myself. Good. Take a deep breath. Already you should feel really good about this. You should already feel calmer. You can even feel it in me, how I just calmed down from total excitement, which I mean, I was still excited. I was still in a state of love and joy, just a calmer state of love and joy. It's really wonderful what tapping does to you. And now I want you to rate how badly you want the chips, right? Actually, before it was like a 2. Now it's like a 0. I could care less. It's breakfast time. So that's all of my techniques for now. There are more, but that's for now. That's enough. Just change your state. Remember that. And yeah, I would love to know what you found most valuable from our lesson today. Please put it in the comments. And I love you. I believe in you. And let's do this together. Until tomorrow. Namaste. Bye for now, everyone. Ciao, ciao.